And Jesus went into the temple of God, and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers, and the seats of them that sold doves, and said unto them, It is written, My house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. Last time we looked at the lovely painting of Giotto depicting the entry of Christ into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday, and the promise of elevated consciousness that those images symbolize for all. I would like to continue these Easter meditations, each time featuring one of the frescoes from the famous 14th century cycle by Giotto from the Scrovegni Chapel, Padua, Italy, that so beautifully elucidate the story as it continues to unfold. These were the days before the vast majority could read, of course, so such paintings would have been the main way people had of understanding and of contemplating the story, which is why churches were so full of them, and still are, of course, in Catholic countries. It is a story that promises rebirth for all, and like all great tales, it's not just a story, it's a teaching, a deep teaching, to be understood on multiple levels. Light comes streaming from it for our illumination. It is a tale both exclusive to and transcendent of its own time. In this 1 week preceding Christ's crucifixion, we will see the entirety of possible responses and reactions to the idea of an approaching light, to the notion of utter renewal and purification of our souls. The story is timely, as it is always timely, of course, and we can already see, as the people of Jerusalem saw once upon a time, that things could go in a certain way, a good way, toward a renewed world with renewed values, but also that the forces of darkness, or just plain ignorance, may very well refuse to contemplate a new beginning, and hold on steadfastly to what they have, what they know, to what benefits them, even at the risk of harming others. The symbolism of Giotto's fresco is obvious in so many ways. It speaks for itself, which is what it's supposed to do. What it then stimulates in us is the really important part, the point, as it were. And going forward toward the notion of an evolved consciousness, the promise of the Easter story, and of these times maybe, we have to ask ourselves some hard questions. Jesus, in his act of driving the money exchangers away, is re-sanctifying the temple, re-mystifying it, and bringing it back into the spiritual domain. It's a purification, a cleansing, a marking out of territory, if you like. It's saying, this is sacred space. Times were when the whole world was sacred, every living thing, nature herself. Christ is showing us how we might return to this understanding, this state of being, and he begins with the temple, the one place we all must preserve and keep holy in ourselves, free from everything mundane and everything worldly, for these are the places where we can connect through prayer, through ritual and meditation, to something greater than ourselves, to the eternal light that will guide us to create a new and transformed world.